Hello everyone. I am Bhavana S. Nair from Victory College of Teacher Education, Olatani. Today we are going to study about water supply and understanding its sources and the water cycle. As all of you know that Earth is the only living planet in the solar system. It is believed that life originated in water. Earth is also known as the watery planet, and it is called so because its three-fourths is covered with water. As 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water, it appears to be blue, a pale blue sphere when viewed from space. 0.33% of the earth is covered with fresh water. 2.67% is covered with inaccessible fresh water, and the major portion, that is the 97% of the earth, is covered with saline water. So now you know why drought is more common in our surroundings. Now we can look at the distinction between fresh water and salt water. Fresh water is a naturally occurring water on the earth's surface and underground contains less than 1% of sodium chloride or low in salt concentration. Sodium chloride is normally the salt that we use in our household. Now, salt water. Salt water is water that has a higher concentration of dissolved salt. The most common chemical in the ocean is sodium chloride, the same salt that you use and put on your food. As all of us know that the fresh water on earth is only 0.33%. So, won't this fresh water be exhausted with our use? How are our rivers and wells recharged? The answer to this question is very simple. It is water cycle. From the image, you can understand that water cycle is the continuous movement of water between the Earth's atmosphere and the surface. It mainly have four processes, that is precipitation, condensation, collection and evaporation. As previously said, water cycle is the continuous process by which water moves through the earth and atmosphere. Now we can look into the four important processes during the water cycle. The first one is evaporation. Water turns into vapor, that is evaporation. The second process is condensation. Vapor forms clouds. The third process is precipitation, in which rain, snow, or hail is formed. Next is collection. In collection, water gathers in the bodies like rivers and oceans. And the last process, that is infiltration, when water comes down into the earth, it gets collected and water soaks into the ground. In this image, you can see the major processes caused during the water cycle. Here, when the sunlight hits on the oceans and other river bodies, the water evaporates and comes up, and then it condenses and forms clouds and precipitates and comes down into the earth. And this process continues and the water cycle is formed. Now we can study what are the human impacts on water cycle. The clear cutting forest reduce the amount of water plants return to the atmosphere by transpiration. So, if the water cycle is interrupted, the water availability on the earth will be adversely affected. Now we can see what are the water sources or the sources of water. We can classify the water sources mainly into three. The first one is surface water, the second one is groundwater, and the third one is the collection of rainwater, also known as rainwater harvesting. The surface sources of water include lakes or ponds, sea or ocean, river and reservoirs. The surface water is formed when the streams now flow we can downhill. See what is they combine with other streams to the form rivers. Groundwater is the water beneath the surface flow into the river, the larger the river and rocks, which is known as the groundwater. Most of the fresh water available for human use is groundwater. The groundwater sources may include well, tube well, etc. So now we have understood that water is very precious, and now we can look into the ways in which we can save water, the practical tips for everyday water conservation. We have to understand why we have to save water. Conserving water is crucial for maintaining the balance of our ecosystems, reducing the energy used to process and deliver water, and ensuring its availability for future needs. It also helps. So, the first practical step for conserving water is to fixing leaks immediately. If we have any leak in our home, we have to regularly check and repair any leaks in toilets, taps, and pipes to prevent water wastage. The second step is to use water efficient products. Install water efficient devices such as low flow shower heads, dual flush toilets, and water saving washing machines. These products can significantly reduce water usage in our household. The next way is smart watering techniques. Water your garden during the early morning or late evening to reduce evaporation. Use a watering can instead of a hose and consider installing a drip irrigation system for efficient watering of plants. And in this way, we can smart water our garden. The fourth and the most important step is reduce, reuse, and recycle water. By reduce, it means that turn off the tap while brushing your teeth or washing dishes. By reuse, we mean that use wastewater from washing vegetables or dishes to water your own plants. And by recycle, it means that consider setting up a rainwater harvesting system to collect and use rainwater. The fifth step is educate and encourage. Share water conservation tips with friends and family. Educate your community through workshops or social media about the importance of saving water and practical ways to do it. The sixth step is monitor your water usage. Keep track of your water bill and consumption. Monitoring your usage can help identify high usage trends and areas where you can cut back. By implementing these steps, you can contribute to a sustainable future. Let's commit to being conscientious water users starting today. Thus, in this class, we have so far discussed about water cycle, the sources of water, and the different ways in which we can conserve water. I hope that you have all understood every drop counts. Thank you.